Peace, love, and light, blessed ones. This is Shifa Ali, the natural healing voice of the soul of Mother Earth. And I am here for our introduction to galactic consciousness as we continue this gathering and this enlightenment, this synchronized occurrence. There are no accidents. Everything is in synchronic order. We are happy to be here on tonight with you. As always, this plasma kin 143 Cali Blue Cosmic Night. 1111 is a special time because it is the exact coordinates of the 441 Hunab Ku, the center of the matrix, the center of the galaxy. And this is all mathematically, scientifically, historically known to be true, fact, is, and always has been. So we enter into the cosmic journey on this plasma kin 143, plasma Cali, in recognition of the red cosmic moon that we are transiting through this year, July 26, 2018 to July 25th, 2019. We begin, as always, with our prayer of the 7 galactic directions. On the inhale, the inspiration, prayer of the 7 galactic directions. From the east, house of light, may wisdom dawn in us so we may see all things in clarity. From the north, house of night, may wisdom ripen in us so we may know all from within. From the west, house of transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action so we may do what must be done. From the south, house of the eternal sun, may right action reap the harvest so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. From above, house of heaven, where star people and ancestors gather, may their blessings come to us now. From below, house of earth, may her heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies to end all war. From the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. Ayum Hunab Ku, Eva Maya E Maho. Ayum Hunab Ku, Eva Maya E Maho. Ayum Hunab Ku, Eva Maya E Maho. All hail the harmony of mind and nature. We are transiting through this year of the red cosmic moon, kin 169. I endure in order to purify, transcending flow. I seal the process of universal water with the cosmic tone of presence. I am guided by the power of space. We are learning to read the 13 moon calendar, and that is part of our journey here in the 28-day program, Introduction to Galactic Consciousness. What we want to keep in mind is a very powerful quote from Jose Arguelles from the Treaty on Time, our beloved Volume Vuitton. Just as air is the atmosphere of the body, so time is the atmosphere of the mind. If the time in which we live consists of uneven months and days, regulated by mechanized minutes and hours, that is what becomes of our mind, a mechanized irregularity. Since everything flows from mind, it is no wonder that the atmosphere in which we live daily becomes more polluted. And the greatest complaint is, I just don't have enough time. Who owns your time owns your mind. Own your own time, and you will know your own mind. The 13 moon calendar is not just a count of days, but a synchronic frame of reference for tracking patterns of synchronicity. Consider the following precepts of the law of time. Time is of the mind. Time is the evolution of consciousness. Time is the universal factor of synchronization. Time is art. From our website, Cosmocentric View, we go to our daily affirmation. World date, March 17, 2019. Galactic date, New Sirius 131, New Sirius .1.31.9.11. Kin 143, Blue Cosmic Night, Kali Plasma. I endure in order to dream. Transcending intuition, I seal the input of abundance with the cosmic tone of presence. I am guided by the power of accomplishment. Kin 143, Blue Cosmic Night, Kali Plasma. I endure in order to dream. Transcending intuition, I seal the abundance. I seal the input of abundance. And so let me share that with you. Here we are. Kin 143, Blue Cosmic Night, Kali Plasma. I endure in order to dream. Transcending intuition, I seal the input of abundance with the cosmic tone of presence. I am guided by the power of accomplishment. Kin 143, Blue Cosmic Night, Kali Plasma. We endure in order to dream. Transcending intuition, we seal the input of abundance with the cosmic tone of presence. We are guided by the power of accomplishment. We are, as we affirm our oracle for this plasma, recognizing the archetypes of the oracle. In the center, the destiny kin, blue night, blue cosmic night in this case. How do we know it's cosmic? The dot bar notation above it is 13. To the right, analog, seal of the yellow warrior, intelligence, question, fearlessness. Above is our guide. We are guided by blue hand, accomplishment, to know, healing. In the antipode position, we have red Skywalker, also coded as the prophet. The antipode is our challenge and strength position, space, explore, wakefulness. And in the occult position, below the destiny kin, we have white magnetic mirror. Why magnetic? Because the dot bar notation above it is one. One is magnetic. Endlessness, reflect, and order. We are in the fourth watch, which means we are in the emanation of the mirror, the white magnetic mirror, right now, in the moment. As we are sealing the wave spell of the blue lunar monkey, we seal wave spell 11, meaning we conclude wave spell 11, this plasma, power of magic. And we take magic flight. That is the command of the wave spell on the 13th plasma of the wave spell. As we seal it, take magic flight, magnetic return. Very important that we speak on this and let us know exactly where we are so that we can begin the next wave spell, which is yellow seed, yellow magnetic seed, begins in the next watch, which would be midnight. And in that beginning, we identify purpose. And we answer the question, what is my goal? And then for the next 13 plasmas, during that wave spell, you manifest. So this is very, very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. Very, very, very exciting reality to live in. And I am ecstatic that I have the privilege to share with you and to know as much as I have learned thus far for myself, and encourage you to dive all the way in. Release and let go of everything you thought you knew. It's an amazing journey. So let us go to the lesson. Lesson 11. What is in your mind? What is in your mind? What is in your mind? For one day, commit to examining your thought processes. Keep a journal or notepad with you throughout the day and write down everything that happens in the external realm, internal realm, your inner world and your outer world. And these can be just in note form. You don't have to write a dissertation. Record any decisions you were presented with or made today. Note the fluctuation and non-fluctuation of mood and emotion throughout the day. Notice points of frustration or anxiety, joy or excitement. Make a thorough investigation. Be scrupulous. Note any conditioned patterns of mind that may reveal themselves to you today in the forms of particular beliefs or biases, expectations, or irritations. Now, I recognize that it's 11:11. We begin our journey on this evening. I come to you at 11:11 in the fourth watch because you've already lived this lesson today. And as studious as you choose to be, you would have already completed this lesson. And my experience here with you is to bring it to life, to cause you to think about your day. And whether you did or did not complete the lesson, is certainly between you and the cosmos. My mission, purpose, is to be a reminder and a help to you. So here where it says for one day, that would have been today, this plasma Cali 143, that you would have done this. That you would have taken the notations, that you would have paid attention, that you would have been scrupulous, that you would have been in the experience, that you would have actually been walking the path of the synchronic order. Noticing what you're noticing. At the end of the day, review the patterns of thought that you engaged in. View these patterns as the imaginal map of your own mind. Draw this map if you like. Now, if you were to take a pen and pad, specifically on graph paper, and chart your thoughts and draw the map where one thought led to the next, where one idea came and another one came, and all the interruptions and all the static and all the expectations, all the irritations, all of your beliefs and biases, and draw a mind map. Deep, deep exercise. Deep exercise. This is doing the work. This is doing the work. It is best to do this practice on a day where you are free from obligations so that you really have time to monitor the influx of your thoughts. So perhaps today, this plasma wasn't the best day for you to do it. Maybe you need to wait until a Sunday or a day off, perhaps. Yes, and I know today was considered to be a Sunday. A day off. It is best to begin this process as early in the morning as possible. Maybe arise a few hours earlier than usual. Light incense and keep your journal nearby. Do your best to keep a clear mind. But when thoughts do come to you, as they inevitably will, it is best to immediately write them down. Keep your journal with you throughout the day to monitor and record minor as well as elaborate thought processes. When you've completed the experiment, consider the following. Who thinks these thoughts? Who? Who thinks these thoughts? Why does there seem to be a compulsiveness to them? Right? They just bombard your mind. They don't ask permission. They just come right in. Who is that thinking? How many different types of thoughts are there? Is there a unified, consistent personality behind all of the thoughts? Record your answers in your journal. As we are journeying through this iteration of the 28-day program to galactic consciousness, I introduce you to Book of the Throne, the law of time and the reformulation of the human mind, time and cosmos, cosmos the absolute pole. This is an important study to begin. I noticed that many of you who are here with me in this fourth iteration of the 28-day introduction to galactic consciousness are studious. And so we come to the beginning of the Cosmic History Chronicles to get a deeper, higher level of understanding now that we have a grasp on the 13 moon calendar, 1328, right? 13 moons, 28 days. And the Dolkin, the 260-day harmonic module. And the reason that we are and have taken on this study is to align ourselves, attune ourselves with the divine mind, and to free ourselves from historical materialism and the domination of the Gregorian calendar and mechanized clock. The Book of the Throne, this is the cover. And you'll notice that the plasma is Dali 1. There are 7 volumes to the Cosmic History Chronicles. Book of the Throne is the first volume, Dali. It is a transmission brought to us through Volume Vuitton, Jose Arguelles, and received by Red Queen Stephanie South. That is an important union, the male-female, the polarity, the give-take, the give-receive, the transmit-receive, the electricity of the serpent, the sexual energy, male to female. And they say, we are but the secretaries, the authors are in eternity. This was transmitted during the Blue Crystal Storm First Ray, Will of God. So let's take a look. We talk about models of reality all the time. And what we want to do is begin to help us to realize where we are and who we are. And so we're preparing to understand the cosmic history over man's history, over man's 6,000 years of being able to write, when in fact the cosmos is millions of years old. So what history is correct? Cosmic history is a descent of the absolute, a positive construct fitted into the closing of the cycle. When you first encounter cosmic history, what you are actually dealing with is a confrontation of your own unexamined assumptions about reality. So it was important that the lesson for today was about your mind, what's in your mind, and who's thinking you. Therefore, it is wise when you encounter this knowledge to be able to put your mind on hold. That is to say, your conceptual mind, your mind of acquired knowledge, your mind that you have inherited from birth. You have to put this mind on hold and then practice how to keep it there. That's called natural mind meditation. Through meditation, you should practice stopping the mind and becoming familiar with the fact that your usual habitual thoughts arise without you even trying. And these habitual thoughts intrude as a filter on reality. It is important to see that your habitual thoughts are your concepts about reality, are like phantoms that arise automatically, but they are just phantoms. It is important to realize how these phantoms can insert themselves automatically and unconsciously into the screen of your waking reality so that your behavior is actually a function of these thoughts or patterns about which you are basically unconscious. Only when you truly see this can you approach new thoughts or a new vision of reality. A little bit more, then we'll move on. In the case of cosmic history, you are being presented with an entirely new model of reality, a new galaxy, and a new method of knowing, so you have to be aware of subtle issues, the nature of the mind, what is perceived, and how the mind processes what is perceived. It begins with stopping the mind and realizing that the mind is constituted of an endless number of concepts and guidelines that may or may not be connected and are based on unexamined assumptions about reality. You really have to look and see what all of these assumptions might be. You have to see these and then realize that if you're going to contribute to the world model, then you have to first take yourself out of it. You have to see these and then realize that if you are going to contribute to the world model, then you have to first take yourself out of it. You have to pull the hooks of the present world model out of your own habits of thinking and ways of viewing things. Only in this way can you actually be ready to consider a new perspective or a new model of reality. Intrinsic to this is the issue of discipline and exertion. Discipline and exertion. Evolution is attained through exertion. Exertion is evolution. You evolve your mind by exerting in discipline and knowing. You have to keep exerting. You don't just stop. No discipline really has its conclusion. Unless you have a clear grasp of these subtle points, it is difficult to come to a correct understanding of cosmic history. Unless you control your mind, how can you see what reality is? With continued effort, the discipline of studying cosmic history begins to have a cumulative, qualitative effect that increasingly elevates your everyday consciousness into the fourth dimensional perception of reality. In this reality, everything seems dreamlike and made out of space, and the cultivation of cosmic perceptions and cosmic sensations occur much more easily. This process itself is the effect of cosmic history. By this, we mean that the words or the phrase cosmic history, quote unquote, refers to a type of mental experience, a quality or state of mind of the cosmic field of perception. I will leave you with this, beloved ones. We are journeying through space with the understanding that time is art, that time is not money, that time is the factor of synchronization. That understanding causes us to be calm, poised, powerful, clear, and concise. We exert our study and we discipline our life. We discipline our actions, our behaviors. We discipline our mind. We examine what's coming in rather than just think we are thinking. When in fact, we're actually just receiving what's already in the atmosphere. It is very rare that humans in this time actually have original thoughts. The bombardment of the media, and I don't have to say more than that, is what is running the minds of the people. And that is why it is necessary to remove the hooks of this artificial world construct, starting with the 13 moon calendar, the Dolcan, to replace the Gregorian, the irregular calendar that has caused our minds to be irregular and mechanized, and free ourselves. And I have to tell you from personal experience, it will feel like somebody has pulled the rug out from under you. Because you think you know, when in reality you don't know. In truth, you don't know. We just have these inherited ideas and knowledge base that comes from a skewed point of view from planetary humans, totally out of order with nature. So the cosmocentric view 1320, natural mind harmonics, helps us to know that synchronicity is normal. And as a daily discipline, exert your energies to the daily affirmation. Exert your energies to the 13-minute natural mind meditation. Exert your energies to the review of the lessons we have transited so far. Why? Because we are on mission consciousness and synchronicity. So I have to start a little bit higher. Based on our lesson today, we understand everything comes from mind. The world is a mind matrix. All the thoughts, ideas, plans, and decisions of how to live our lives are in our mind. Most of these thought forms we now have are embedded in our unconscious artificial matrix. They're embedded in an unconscious artificial matrix. Galactic consciousness lifts our mind above our daily dramas and exclusive earthly affairs. To remember our role in the greater cosmic plan, the divine plan of the one true almighty absolute. The codes contained in the synchronic order are frequency codes to help lift us out of rote thinking and perception Frequency refers to the vibrational rate of consciousness. Everything is vibrating from the bed you sleep in to the stars. When we talk about higher dimensions, we are talking about dimensions that are vibrating faster at higher frequencies. These codes are also memory keys, but they only unlock if we are working on ourselves at core levels. That is why the 28-day introduction to galactic consciousness can go on and on and on, because we are actually working on ourselves at core levels. This means that we are continuously examining our core belief system to determine if it supports our highest blueprint. It is our beliefs, shaped by common memory patterns, that creates our perception of the world. The keys contained in the synchronic order vibrate us into a new resonant field of memory. From here, we can create new models of understanding and context for what is happening to us and the earth. If we have a roadmap, then we have a framework that makes it easier to understand the process that we are going through. The first step is to discover our mission. Why are we here? Mission consciousness and synchronicity. Do you know your purpose in this life? I thought I knew mine, right? You grow up and people ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? Right? Do you know your purpose in this life? I thought mine was to make lots and lots of money, and I've done that. And I am very clear that that's not the answer to the problem. There's plenty of money floating around. It's a whole lot of broke stuff. How do we fix it? Do you know your purpose in this life? To embody our life purpose or mission is to create a perfect match between integrity, intention, and skill. And I tell you, this is no easy matter. To create a perfect match between integrity, intention, and skill. Integrity is our natural, pure condition of being that rests in itself without giving its power away to external forces. So every time we give our power away to something other than the divine, something that can impact us, something that we're worried about, something that that troubles us, something that whatever, something from the past, afraid of the future, whatever, we're giving our power away to external forces. Intention is our commitment to the highest level or order of behavior that we can imagine. What is that? What is that highest level or order of behavior we can imagine? It is us being our God self. That's what that is. Imagine that. Imagine that it's God thinking you. As we did the exercise, lesson 11, where those thoughts come from, who is thinking those thoughts? We are receivers and transmitters of the transmission of the great divine plan from the Creator itself, the One, true Almighty, the Absolute. When we operate in mission consciousness, we are operating by signs that occur to us. These signs are synchronicities in our lives that give us the information to act in a way that brings us into harmony with our life mission. When the one true Almighty is speaking to us, or as the one true Almighty is speaking to us, the confirmation comes to us in signs and symbols. Those signs and symbols are synchronicities that help us to know that we are indeed guided rightly. The vision for what we are to become is already within us. I submit to you that it breathes us and beats our heart. The vision for what we are to become is already within us, awaiting the proper discipline, exertion, the proper discipline through which it might be appropriately expressed. Jose Aguilar's transformative vision. To be on mission is to choose to go in the direction of increased consciousness rather than confusion. I don't know, don't work no more. Because we can rely on the knowing of the one true knower. It is to follow the signs given and choose the path of synchronic awareness. Everything is included on the path of the synchronic order. Everything is included on the path of the synchronic order. Everything is included on the path of the synchronic order. Everything is included on the path of the synchronic order. Synchronicity is the norm of the universe. As we will learn, it is disharmonious calendars and mechanical clocks that have been the main tools used to disconnect humanity from our synchronic flow. All of nature is still in communion with the rhythms of time. All of nature is still in communion with the rhythms of time. So what are we doing? We're grounding ourselves. We're grounding our intention and mission on earth. And we have the tools of the synchronic order, which is also being directed to the needs of the planet at this time. The key components of the synchronic order are the 20 solar seals and 13 galactic tones of the Dolkin. Exactly what we've been studying. These serve as destinal guides. You have a destiny. You have a destiny. You're born with purpose, meaning, given by the one true Almighty Absolute. We've covered it over. It's been covered up by an artificial time matrix, an artificial education system, an artificial history lesson. You have a destiny. These serve as destinal guides and markers that monitor and eventually amplify the synchronicities in our lives. When we recognize the flow of synchronicities, then we can begin to see a divine pattern emerge. The connections between synchronicities become increasingly apparent, and the signs intensify. We are moving now from the fourth watch into the first watch of the next plasma, Alpha, Kin 144 yellow magnetic seed, and the opening of the next wave spell. We will be in lesson 12 on Plasma Alpha. I look forward to serving you, speaking with you, sharing with you, pulsing the love that I have for you to you continuously. I am Shifa Ali, and it has been my extreme pleasure and mission and purpose to share with you on this plasma, Kin 143. Have a blessed, restful dream spell. Remember, you are more awake when you are asleep than you are when you're awake. You're in fourth dimension when you're asleep, while your body is resting. Blessings of peace and love, peace and love, peace and love and light. May the synchronicities of your destiny meet you on the path, as everything is included on the path of the synchronic order. Rest well and good night.